Hafidays and Mananasidus to each and every one of you here. Very Merry Christmas. We do have a very special resolution this morning to present to the Guam Football Association. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask the Football Association, Mr. Lai, to please join me up here. I want to make sure that this resolution on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature gets spoken about because for me, as we continue to promote sports tourism and showcase Guam to the rest of the world, this is one organization, one association that has truly taken kids from as young as 4 to as old as 60s and 70s, just for the love of football. And here on Guam, we call it soccer. And the training that they do for the people of Guam has been indeed awesome. And it was requested of me, and I said I'd be honored to do this as one who has oversight chair of tourism. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is an association who has been on Guam for more than 4 decades, and it fitting on behalf of the Speaker, the Vice Speaker, myself, and the rest of the members of the 33rd Guam Legislature that we introduce Resolution 237-33 LS, and it was on legislative session floor, so it was voted by all the members of the legislature during session, and it specifically states it's relative to recognizing and congratulating the athletes, staff, executives of the Guam Football Association on their 40th anniversary, and does further extend an Dångkolo for their commitment to growing the sport of football, soccer on Guam. Again, this was introduced by Vice Speaker Cruz, Senator Frank Bloss, myself, and the rest of the members of the 33rd Guam Legislature. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk a little bit about this resolution. I'd like to say that I'm very proud to say that the Guam Football Association was established in 1975. In the past 40 years, the association has accomplished so much to developing the sport of soccer on island. In 1991, the association became an associate member of the Asian Football Confederation, and 5 years later, in 1996, they were recommended to full membership in the Fédération Internationale de Football Association. We know it as FIFA. The association has forged relationships with the international football community that has given our local athletes and children the opportunity to compete with the best of the best in the region, as well as creating lasting bonds and friendship with neighboring teams. The association is comprised of over 20 teams in the men's league, a handful of teams in the women's league, and oversees over 1,000 youth athletes in 6 divisions, and they are still growing. The association has gone farther than developing the sport on island. They are developing and strengthening our community. In 1997, the Guam Football Association partnered with the government through Public Law 24-33 to develop a soccer stadium in Jerido, which now serves as the Guam Football Association's national training center field. This project was an incredible success. The return on the investment has paid off so well for our community. This new sports facility has given athletes in the community a facility to be proud of. The facility encourages athletes in the community to live healthier lives and improve their talents. Also, the facility has given families an avenue to come together and bond through shared activity. I also want to note for the record that they have an educational program that continues to promote studying before they play. And if the children and if the athletes have not completed their homework after school, before they get on the field, their coaches and their trainers will say, if you did not do your homework, go to the classroom, do your homework, and then when you're done, come out and start working with the sport. Owing to the success of the National Training Center, in 2009, Public Law 30-3 authorized land in Agate to be developed into a Southern Sports Complex. The association has developed the Football Association National Academy, raising and guiding the next generation of soccer talent on island. I'd also, at this time, would like to acknowledge and remember someone who is an angel overlooking us and continues to watch over, who was very instrumental in making this public law available. The late Speaker Ben Pangilinan, and his love for promoting this both in the North and the South, and never giving up on the association was really, really great. And it would be fitting to acknowledge him at this time. I want to share that the association has also developed the Football Association Academy, raising and guiding the next generation of our soccer talent on the island. I did say that earlier. They strive for continual improvement and excellence and develop a 10-year football plan called the Fifth Element Project 2022 that outlines necessary areas of improvement to become a fifth-ranked team in national rankings. The plan's success can be seen in the August 2015 when the Guam national men's team, Matau, reached its highest FIFA ranking of 146 after their victory against Turkmenistan and India. This success has brought international attention to Guam and generated pride among the people of Guam. The performance of the Guam national men's team solidified our athletes as serious contenders in soccer in the region and has opened up opportunities through sports tourism on island with teams in the region wanting to compete on Guam. The Guam Football Association also encourages the development of coaches on island at all levels by regularly holding and coordinating coaching certificates and licensing courses so that the teams are well equipped to excel in the sport. The Guam Football Association is seen as a model sports organization being able to quickly develop a soccer infrastructure with very limited resources. The Guam Football Association's contribution to the island the past 40 years has had a tremendous positive effect on athletes, families, and the people of Guam, especially the youth. So I'd like to say now, therefore, be it resolved that Imina 33 na legislatura Guam does hereby, on behalf of our people of Guam, recognize, congratulate the athletes, the staff, and the executives of the Guam Football Association on their 40th anniversary, and thus further extend an Dångkolo na si Jesus Masi for their commitment to growing the sport of football, soccer here on Guam, and be it further resolved that the Speaker certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption whereof, and that copies of the same thereafter be transmitted to the Guam Football Association, Mr. Richard K. Lai, President of the Guam Association, and to our Honorable Edward J.B. Calvo, Imagalahin Guahan. Ladies and gentlemen, this was duly and regularly adopted by Imina 33 na legislatura Guahan on the 19th day of November 2015. This presentation today makes me really proud because as we look at promoting and advocating sports for our children, I want to say that you guys continue to move forward. So with that being said, Mr. Lai, congratulations on from the people of Guam and the 33rd Guam Legislature. Merry Christmas. And we hope that the children will continue to learn more, get well disciplined, and be able to represent Guam as we continue to compete internationally. Si Diyos Masi, Merry Christmas. And please, you're just say a few words.
Thank you, Senator. On behalf of the Guam Football Association, the staff, the executive committee member, and hundreds of the volunteer coaches, and especially the parents. Without you, there's no soccer, no football on Guam. Because of your love to your children and the love to all the kids that We want to develop and give them a very good foundation to grow up with discipline, teamwork, and trust in each other. That's why gave us the motivation to continue. And I hope the next resolution we receive will be 100 years anniversary. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Let's take a photo. Let's take a roll. Oh, I guess they're not in the middle. Am I in the middle? I guess. Half a day and good morning, Manana Sidzuas. Many of God's blessings to all of those listening and to the Navy family that's here. I do know that we have a lot of top brass and awesome hats here to my left, but more importantly, the Navy family to accept this wonderful resolution on behalf of the people of Guam to the Benfield family. Usually we take the time to read all the accolades and all that. So I've had our committee staff write just the important key stuff. But I just want to thank all of you folks, Captain Jeannie for being here, the commanding officer of the Naval Hospital, to accept this resolution on behalf of the Benfields and the whole Navy Naval Hospital family, is what I could say, right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and delightful pleasure to present Resolution 226-33 and 227-33 as introduced by myself, my good brother, Senator Frank Blas, Senator Frank Uggan, and the rest of the members of the 33rd Guam Legislature. It is very, very special when you take folks who come here and get stationed here but continue to give back. And as I know, the whole Navy family is here to accept this presentation on behalf of Commander Shelley Benfield and Commander Rod Benfield. I want to say that Commander Shelley Benfield and Commander Rod Benfield have contributed so much to the community of Guam, serving the United States Naval Hospital Guam, which is one of the few naval hospitals that treats and cares the civilian population. We want to recognize and commend them for their dedication and selfless service in caring for the medical needs of the military personnel and the civilians at the United States Naval Hospital Guam. Commander Shelley Benfield was transferred to Guam in 2012, serving as the department head of the Internal Medicine Clinic and the Department of Respiratory Medicine. Commander Shelley Benfield was born in Albert Lea, Minnesota Viking fan. Commander Shelley Benfield graduated in 1996 with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, and in 2008 graduated with honors, earning a Master's of Public Health with an emphasis in epidemiology. I think I said that right. She began her career providing care in the United States Navy through the Nurse Direct Accession Program and attended the Officer Indoctrination School. She has worked as a staff nurse at the inpatient pediatric ward at Naval Medical Center in San Diego, the Pediatric Oncology and Diabetic Clinical Coordinator and Case Manager at the Naval Medical Center in San Diego. She was also a charge nurse for a multi-service inpatient unit at the U.S. Naval Hospitals in Naples, Italy, a clinical nurse nurse at the Branch Medical Clinic in Naples, Italy. She was a medical programs officer recruiter at the Navy Recruiting District in San Francisco, and she was also a part of the medical programs division officer at the Navy Recruiting Regional West Region West. She To add to her list of work, division officer at the Orthopedic Clinic at Bronx Medical Clinic and the Naval Training Center in San Diego, and Naval Medical Center San Diego, division officer in the inpatient pediatric ward on the USNS Mercy for Pacific Partnership, and that was in 2010. She was a department head for internal medicine clinic and the Department of Respiratory Medicine at the Naval Hospital Guam. She was a member of the medical planning team for Pacific Partnership in 2014 in the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. Commander Shelley Benfield has also received her service Warfare Medical Department Officer qualification. Commander Benfield has received Naval Commendation Medal, the 3 Gold Stars, and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. Commander Shelley Benfield and Commander Rod Benfield have been married for 6 years. Commander Rod Benfield was born and raised in New Jersey, graduating Phi Beta Kappa with a Bachelor of Science, Neuroscience Behavior at the University of Massachusetts. Excuse me. Commander Rod Benfield was commissioned and assigned through the Navy Health Professions Scholarship Program and attended Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in Camden, New Jersey, where he earned his doctorate of medicine. Commander Rod Benfield began his internship training in general surgery at the Naval Medical Center in San Diego. He completed the Navy Tropical Medicine course in Maryland and the Dominican of the Republic, flight surgery training at the Naval Operation Medicine Institute, general surgery residency training at the Medical Center of San Diego, trauma fellowship training at the Los Angeles County University of Southern California, surgical critical care fellowship training in Los Angeles County University of Southern California. He has served as squadron flight surgeon for multi-site deployments in Misawa and Kadena, Japan, as well as the Diego Garcia in Bahrain and Masra. He also served his general surgery utilization tour at Naval Hospital 29 Palms in California. He served as a trauma surgeon, Division of Trauma at Scripps Mercy Hospital in San Diego, California. That hospital very near and dear to me. He was a clinical instructor in surgery at the University of Southern California, Keck School of Medicine, Division of Trauma and Critical Care. He was a head of trauma and acute care surgery service, general surgeon in support of Operation Unified Response in Haiti. He was the chief trauma at the NATO Role 3 multinational medical unit in Kandahar Air Force Base and Kandahar, Afghanistan. He was the surgical director of Comprehensive Combat and Complex Casualty Care Service, head of surgical intensive care, the head trauma of acute care surgery team at the Naval Medical Center, San Diego, California. He was a general surgeon, department head of general surgery, and chairman of the executive committee of the medical staff here at the Naval Hospital Guam, assistant professor in surgery at the Uniformed Services University of the Health Science at Edward Herbert School of Medicine, Department of Surgery in Maryland, Bethesda, Maryland. Commander Rod Benfield wears the Meritorious Service Medal, 2 Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, the Expert Pistol Medal, and the Expert Rifle Medal. He also maintains board certification in general surgery and surgical critical care. Commander Shelley Benfield and Rod Benfield work on Guam. Their work on Guam has been beneficial to the island community. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore resolved by the Mina 33 Legislature in Guam, does hereby, on behalf of our people of Guam, recognize and commend Commander Shelley Benfield and Commander Rod Benfield for their dedication and selfless service in caring for the medical needs of the military personnel and civilians at the United States Naval Hospital here in Guam, and further extending an Dångkolo na si Zeus Masi for their support and vast exemplary contributions to the military community and to the people of Guam. And be it further resolved that the Speaker certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption whereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Commander Rod J. Benfield, to Commander Jeannie Complish, to Command Officer of the United States Naval Hospital Guam, and to the Honorable Edward J.B. Cavo Imagalahin Guahan. And ladies and gentlemen, this was duly and regularly adopted by the 33rd Guam Legislature on the 27th day of October 2015. I do make this official presentation to the family here from Naval Hospital Guam. Here's wishing a very, very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to the Benfield family. We want to extend our own Dångkolo na si Zeus Masi for all the work that you've done here, for collaborating with the island of Guam, but more importantly, to getting out in the villages and experiencing the Chamorro hospitality, and to the Naval Hospital family right behind me, and to those here in the audience, thank you for coming here today during the Christmas season to receive this on behalf of the Benfield family, but more importantly, to wish each and every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We hope for an awesome New Year as we continue to grow our island, as we continue to work closely with our military families and community. Again, we want to congratulate you and thank you for all the hard work that you do. So I'm going to turn around and pull the resolutions out, and Commander Jeannie, I think you're going to have to take it. Maybe just a couple of words on behalf of them, Commander, please, on behalf of the Benfield family.
Well, Senator Buenos-Mars, thank you so much for the opportunity to come and represent the Naval Hospital on behalf of Commanders Rod and Shelley Benfield. And Commander Benfield, Rod Benfield, has been selected for captain, duly deserved. And we want to thank everyone in Guam for the continued opportunity to serve you and all the people of Guam in better health care and working together as one Guam, one community. So again, thank you, Zeus Masi. Really appreciate this opportunity.
You're very welcome. All right. Let's take a fast photo, and thank you, all of you guys, for coming.